Hi guys, now this is a message not to you, but to Lee Anderson. Lee, if you're hearing this, please, I can't do Fool of the Week on a Monday. It has to be at least Thursday or at best Friday. So the Reform UK MP stood up in the House of Commons on Monday and he was complaining about an image that was put up in a school in his constituency. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
Lee Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Year 9 students at Quarrydale Academy in Ashfield are currently studying politics. And on their display board, they have the words extreme right-wing parties, Nazi party and fascism. And at the side of these words, they have pictures of Mussolini, Adolf Hitler, the Honourable Member for Clacton and myself. Does the Minister think this should be on the curriculum?
This is hilarious. Okay, let's imagine for the sake of argument this is actually true. You know, I have to take it with a pinch of salt because I haven't seen any imagery. You know, you would imagine somebody who put up this sign, either a teacher or a student or a cleaner or somebody who worked in the school took a picture of this, but I haven't seen any picture. I'm not saying it didn't happen, just I'd like to see some evidence that it happened first. But let's say for the sake of argument, it is true. Why would anyone associate Lee Anderson and Nigel Farage with figures like Mussolini or Hitler? You know, they keep telling us that they're conservatives. I never saw anyone associate, I don't know, Boris Johnson with those figures from the 1930s and 40s. I don't remember Rishi Sunak being associated with them. Well, these are two figures, or even Liz Truss, although Liz Truss has jumped off the deep end recently. But even when she was Prime Minister, nobody really associated these conservatives with those figures from the 1930s. So why would all of a sudden Nigel Farage and Lee Anderson be associated with them? Because Lee Anderson and Nigel Farage keep telling us that they're not far right, that they're conservatives. Or not conservatives, they're centre right. Conservative with a small c, not the Conservative Party anymore. Although, look at who's currently sitting in Reform UK. It's all ex-Tories. So maybe they are really a Conservative Party. But why would somebody associate Nigel Farage in particular with, you know, fascists from the 1930s? Look, I keep saying Reform UK are not a Nazi party. They're a fascist party. I've already covered it in a video. They tick a lot of boxes. And probably will tick more if they get into power. Bit like Donald Trump, you know, suspending freedom of speech, suspending human rights, things like this. They can't do much about it now, but we'll have to wait and see when they get into power. Hopefully they don't, but it's looking more and more likely that they will. But do you believe, this is a question for you guys, do you believe that this image of, was it Mussolini, Hitler, Nigel Farage and Lee Anderson was put up in a school? Or do you think somebody is pulling Lee Anderson's chain? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.